Hello, everyone. This is the Vic in the Vic Zone with another day in my life. It is the latest day of the portion. It is a Tuesday. Today, I picked up a rider. I'm the driver. I picked up a rider, and it was a very good rider. She was very nice and friendly. She was headed onto work, well dressed, and I don't know, kind of picked up uh, a vibe that she was into financing, and I asked her, "Are you in the financial business?" And she goes to me, "Yes, I am." And we started talking about finance, and we started talking about insurance, and she gets a lot of feedback from her mother and her grandmother. And I go, "Oh, very interesting." And we're talking about term insurance, universal insurance, and how she wanted to get her life insurance. And I go, "Well, selling life insurance is a well rewarding, uh, basically, if you can get into it, it's well rewarding, and you can be a very successful career." And she said, "Yeah, her family's into it. They've been selling insurance for a very long time. They sell insurance for different companies." And I go, "Oh, that's very interesting." And I recognize one of the companies that she was selling me. And I go, "Yeah." And, and then she tried to start her pitch to try to recruit me for one of her companies. Which I let her do her whole pitch, which was very nice just to hear her out. Um, but it was good. And then the weird thing was that as we were talking, we listened to a commercial where they were advertising $16 for a $500,000 policy, and the person for the $500 policy was 55 years old. And I go to her, "This is not true. This is false advertising." And she goes to me, "Why?" I go, "This guy has to be like in perfect health, because once you sign for a life insurance, the first thing they're going to do is that they're going to ask you if you had any medical issues, and they're going to do a physical exam on you." And most people around that age, they'll either have high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Very, very few have, you know, a good health. They'll have something, which basically brings their life insurance policy up. They won't pay $16 for a $500,000 policy. And we were talking about that. Then we started talking about books, and she's an advocate book reader. And then I told her, "Have you ever read the Richest Man in Babylon?" And she goes, "Yes. It took a couple of times for me to read it, but it's one of my favorite books." I go, "That's one of my favorite books also, The Richest Man in Babylon." And I go, "Yeah, that's very good." I go, "Do you read any other books, and about sales or books about money or negotiation?" And she goes, "Yeah, I do." And but it was a very good conversation. And I just enjoy myself when you have a good writer that makes the trip well worth it. It wasn't the pay didn't get paid so well. I think the pay was $16 for a 21-minute trip, 9.7 miles. Okay, so it was under $17 21 minutes, 9.7 miles. Yep. But during that time, we were able to talk and have a good conversation. A young lady, she works at a financial institution. I headed to work bright and early, and I was able to, I kind of saw her like if I was her father. And basically, I was talking to my daughter, and I was giving her some financial advice. She greatly appreciated that. And it kind of felt real good. Then and she goes to me, what books would you recommend? I go, you know what? I had some books that that I would recommend, and then I wrote it down, and as I was writing them down, and I was gonna give her the piece of paper that I was writing them down. She was actually writing down in her cell phone. And I go, one of the nicest book that I read that I was trying to recommend, a book about money, is To Die with Zero. It's one of the best books that I strongly recommend for you. And she was asking me, what's it about? No, I go, I go to her, no, I'd rather you just read it. All these books, I'd rather you just read it. And then if I ever get you as a writer again, I'll ask you what's your opinion. And then I go, the other book that I strongly recommend is Manage Your Money Like a Grown Up. And she goes, what are you trying to say? I go, no, it's a good book for young adults like yourself and teenagers. Strongly recommend it. Then basically I recommend it when more is not better. Sometimes we want so much material stuff that basically it's not better. It's not better to have that new technology cell phone, that watch, that newer car, that newer house, the new apartment. Sometimes it's just better just to have something a little bit older. You save money that way. Let someone else eat the depreciation, especially like on cars. Basically, just a ton of money saving. Not only do I say it, a lot of professionals say it too. And then The Law of Success. That's a great book to teach you about a whole bunch of tactics about everything. And then basically I told her, just dive into these books, see what you can learn and what you can pick. But if you spend more time reading than getting on social media and wasting your time, if you're gonna go to social media to learn and pick up a new skill, go for it. But if it's just for entertaining, you're just wasting your time. And so I should greatly appreciate that. And it was just a really enjoyable ride. Her name was Letitia. And this morning from Temple Terrace. So if you ever see this video, Letitia, I was talking about you. and about our ride. So we were talking about the Book of Babylon, the richest man of Babylon, and then I gave her all these lessons, and it was just it was very nice just to talk to someone while you're riding and just having a good conversation. Now, for all my fellow YouTubers that do a Lyft and Uber, I've been listening to this guy. He makes a lot of sense. His name is Mike Barbecue. If you haven't listened to him, I strongly recommend to listen to him. He drops a lot of gems. Big gems. He's been doing it for a very long time. These ride shares. And basically, I saw one of his videos where he says that he made business cards, and then in his business card, he has a QR code where basically he gives the customer the business card so they can actually tip him on the QR code. And forgot the gentleman's name from Mick from from Mr. the mic the barbecue. Drop the mic and be at the barbecue. I'm getting all that stuff all mixed up, but I'll make sure I get it right. I'll try to see if I can put a link underneath so you guys can catch his videos too. But this guy he got a network. He's from Phoenix, and he has his network, and he has all these shirts going on, and it's just, when people speak the truth, you get magnetized to people that speak the truth. And this guy, he's just speaking the truth. I wish I would have come across him a little bit earlier, but I just came across him right now. But it's okay. It's never late. You can always grab and get new knowledge. And he dropped that gem. I'm gonna work on getting business cards with a QR code and hand that out to customers. If they want to tip me, use that, and I'm gonna let them know that the application is not working. All right. So again, this is the Vic from the Vic Zone with another day in my life. If you haven't followed me yet, please follow, because I'm trying to grow my channel. And if you'd like to place a comment, please do so. I would love to hear from you. I'm not that busy, but I would love to be busy. I'm replying to your messages. Hit a like and hit a share. But most important, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have my channel grow. And so basically, doesn't cost you anything. So do me that solid. And thank you. And you guys have a great day. All right. Bye-bye now.